Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. The Rays bested the visiting Indians 4-3. For Game 2 of the ALDS, George Springer drove home 3 runs, leading the Stros to a win over the Rangers 5-0. They now have a 2-0 series lead heading into Game 3. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today's postseason recap. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
A look there at a sold-out crowd that's been whipped into a frenzy. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Miami Marlins and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. Just think of the Giants and Reds in the 2012 series, or way back in 2001, the A's and the Yankees. Remember that? It can happen. So you can bet that these guys would love to finish the series off right here and now, so they can take a few days off and relax and maybe watch a little baseball.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 San Francisco Giants.
Quickly now, we'll look at the 2 guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Steve, what's the focus for this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
Madison Bumgarner gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
And with that, let's take a look at the Giants lineup defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, one of the most entertaining players to watch in the outfield we'll have an opportunity to see in this one, Hunter Pence. Well, he doesn't always look smooth, kind of gangly, sometimes even awkward, but he gets the job done and comes up with some fantastic plays.
Dee Gordon will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Hit hard to short. Crawford dives. What a stop. Not in time.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. Here's Ichiro now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
Well, you know, these guys got to be coming into game 3 here feeling pretty darn good about the situation they're in. They were favored to win this series. We all know that. But they took care of business at home. The momentum right now, clearly on their side. And I think it's going to be really difficult to beat these guys 3 straight games to take a series away from them now.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
There he goes. Pitch inside the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And this is all about a table setter at the top of the lineup doing his job perfectly. Gets on base to start the ball game. Now he's into second on the stolen base, and they're off to a fast start here early on.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. No one out with a runner at second. A throw behind the runner at second, but the runner's back easily. This is line to left. Pagan has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
And this is a good opposite field hitter, and he's right on this thing as he drives it the other way, but it just hangs up there a little bit too long.
Giancarlo Stanton now. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. One out and a runner on second base. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Let's see now.
And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Chris Bryant steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And, you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
And I think here he might have had one eye on that runner to see if he was breaking from third base. And right when he lifted his head up, that's when the ball goes right through him. And that'll for sure be a fielding error, but also an RBI.
Here's Chris Johnson now. Slapped hard the opposite way. Well, this is speared by the first baseman.
Boy, and how they get out of this one with only one out on this play is a mystery. This probably should have been much more than that, but they can't wind up making the play.
Standing in now, JT Realmuto, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Hit on the ground to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. He'll go the short way to Panik at second, and that ends the inning. Marlins get one here on a couple of hits. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Marlins on top, 1-0. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. How do they go about staying alive in this one, Steve?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ballgame. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in.
James Shields is on the mound, and he'll look to wrap up this division series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, not many guys throw the knuckle curve, but those that can, especially this guy, very effective when they do use it. Grip it like a knuckleball, but spin it like a curve. Gets a lot of downward action. We'll see how it works in this one.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this former USD Torero, Chris Bryant, one of the best in the game offensively, doesn't get a lot of accolades for his defense, though. Can play any one of a number of positions, but really settling in comfortably at third base. He's got soft hands, he's got an excellent arm. Very rare for a guy at his size.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Hit hard toward the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Batting second.
Into the box now, Hunter Pence. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Grounded down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Span the runner at first with nobody out. And no offer that time from Pence as it evens the count at 1-1.
Well, I think the big question everyone's asking before this game was, how are these guys going to respond from just getting whacked last time out there? In the regular season, you say, hey, no big deal. You put it behind you. You move on pretty quickly. But in the postseason, you could say it's over and done with, but I don't think it's quite as easy as that. Those are the kind of losses that stick with you, and you just keep thinking about it.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Buster Posey will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And with 2 away now, we give you another glance at our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And here in this Game 3 of the division series, the big question is, will we see a sweep? Brandon Belt set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. And he lays off there, 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Shields pauses. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's a look over to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. 2 out with the man at first. Drilled on the ground is short. Fielded by Hechavarria. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. It remains 1-0. Marcell Ozuna makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Marcell Ozuna.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, on his way to second now. And a very quick start to the inning here. It's a first pitch double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball. He's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Here's Hechavarria now. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
And that's actually a lot tougher play than it looks out there in right field. You know, sometimes off of a right-hander's bat, that ball can kind of curl away from you, but he stays right with it to put it away.
The pitcher, James Shields, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And the runner back easily.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Bumgarner sets, coming at him with the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. Right side, hit hard. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Well, you had to think that on 0-2, they just wanted to get rid of this guy using as few pitches as possible. But he shows a little bit of life up there, and he gets himself a base hit.
D. Gordon stands in. Grounded up the first baseline. Belt has it to Crawford for 1. On to first, but not in time. He beats it out to keep the inning alive, and the run is in to score.
Oh, and he nearly got that double play he needed to get himself out of the inning. But you see the good hard slide here at second base, and the return throw just a little too late. So that'll be scored a fielder's choice and an RBI.
Here's Ichiro now. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. A runner on first with 2 away. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Hard hit toward Crawford and caught by him at shortstop. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Marlins forced to settle for one. On now to the bottom of the second. The Marlins lead it 2-0. Crawford will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. Good off-speed pitch there from Shields. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. He's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Matt Duffy is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Liner towards second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Joe Pennant will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to
wow.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. First and second here with nobody out. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Angel Pagan will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And this really is his 1-2 punch. He's got both the two-seamer and the cutter in his arsenal. So they're fairly similar pitches, except for the fact that one works its way in.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Giants leave one. They're still down. It's 2-0.
5-3 double play.
Back now in San Francisco with our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us. Giancarlo Stanton is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
High and deep to left center field.
No.
Back goes Span.
Oh,
he tracks
wow.
it down. Nice play for the first out.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a one-pitch out.
He lucked out. Jesus.
Chris
Everything
Bryant,
was good on that
the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Fly ball out toward left center field.
Dropping?
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Chris Johnson stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Lays off 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Hit to short.
That's 3.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Madison Bumgarner digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. And Shields back to work now as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. Flying toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
He's set. Here it comes. Snap throw from the catcher. And he saw it coming that time. Back in standing. Set to deliver the 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
Right over the
Buster Posey stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gordon is there, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. 1 left for San Francisco. They trail it here 2-0. JT Realmuto is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Bumgarner has his target. First pitch on the way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Pence. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. Around second. He'll try for third.
He's safe.
And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Both outfielders with a long run to try and get to this thing, but neither of them can get there as it's going to wind up one hopping the wall. That man decides he's going to turn it on and try and get to third. He'll do it easily.
Here's Marcell Ozuna as he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-0 game.
Oh, man. Fair to say that didn't take too long. A leadoff triple on the first pitch, followed up by an RBI single on the second. Man, I've heard of quick strike offenses, but come on.
Here's Echeverria now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. The second for 1.
He's out.
On the belt, and they turn 2. A double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
No, I love him.
Into the box now, James Shields. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Push to the right side. Pence is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Marlins 3 And the Giants, nothing. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here for San Francisco. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike one.
And after another swing and miss on a pitch out of the zone, I think it's time to start taking a different approach.
Yeah, they've fallen behind way too easy, haven't they?
The shortstop.
You're just not going to have a lot of success when you're always behind in the count. We'll take a look at this on Show Track, and
That's a horrible
that's
swing.
been an effective location for him so far. He's really been handcuffing these guys inside, and he gets another pop-up out of it.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon
Oh,
Crawford.
oh,
And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. The throw into second, and he's able to muscle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Holy hell.
This
That's
is
close.
very close to being a foul ball, but a nice job by the first base umpire getting down there and getting the
That was a
call
horrible
right.
swing, too. I
This is
don't
going
know
to
how
get
he...
down toward the corner and wind up a hard-hit double.
Stepping in now, Matt Duffy, as he'll take a look at ball one. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for San Francisco. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Baseman, number 12. Joe.
Striding into the box, Joe Pennant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
He got him. And
High
it'll
cheese.
probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
In now, Angel Pagan, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Ripped on the ground to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more from Game 3 after this. D. Gordon heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Trying to lay one
Ooh,
down
late.
here, but he misses
Shit.
strike one. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch counts
Oh,
the
that's
least
fly
of
out,
his
pop
worries.
out, whatever.
If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Now batting.
You want to see what a good hard slider can do when you get it in on the label? Here you go in show motion. That is effective pitching, let me tell you.
Bumgarner into his motion. Here comes the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second.
Wow,
Fielded
that's
by Penn.
2.
On to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
Now batting. Right fielder.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. On the ground to the left side. Crawford able to get there. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. 4 pitches, all it takes to do in the Marlins. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Madison Bumgarner start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Tried to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Denard Span is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. This is hit softly to third.
Wow.
But a quick glove at third, and there are two gone.
Yeah, let's take another look at this. We'll put the ISO camera on him down at third, and this is going to be a great angle to show you how fast this ball gets on it. And at this point, it's all about reaction.
Hunter Pence will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Gonna be a tough play.
Holy hell, that was
first
close.
gets him, and the side is retired.
That's 3.
Giants
1, 2,
are
3,
down
got
1, 2, 3. Still down 3-0. Chris Bryant makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Bumgarner has his sign. First pitch on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's Chris Johnson now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Hit to third. Reined in. One there. On to Belt, and they turn to a double play.
Now batting,
JT Realmuto steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. On the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
First pitch, it's down, it's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. Swing
damn
and
it.
pops him up over toward foul territory. Belt is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Marlins leave one, but they lead it 3-0. Buster Posey will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
catcher.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And that's swung on and missed, and Posey goes down for the first out.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
On to first, and there are two down.
Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford will stand in now with two away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Giants down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here in San Francisco. On to the seventh now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first six. Sergio Romo is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7. Adeiny Echeverria will stand in now. He's lined out and hit into a double play in his first 2 trips.
Yeah, the double play was unfortunate, but I liked the swing he put on the ball his first time around. Let's see if he can get back to doing that.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit back up the middle. Crawford to his left. He's there.
Yeah.
Bounces up to him at the bag, and he's able to cover up and hang on. Not the most fluid play, but he's out nonetheless. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. James Shields is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Takes this the other way to right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Swinging a ball line hard towards short, and that may have had a bit too much on it as he can't knock it down.
Well, he got that first out easy enough when he came on, but now it's back-to-back hits here with 1 away. So he's going to have to bear down now and make sure that this thing doesn't get any worse.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. A little bouncer. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Yeah, sort of a protective swing there as he got on top of this baseball. But the net result is that at least he's able to move these other runners up 90 feet, albeit now with 2 outs.
And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Chris Bryant comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Line drive to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Marlins leave all 3. They lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Matt Duffy, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Hot shot down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2. Hot shot toward third, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone.
Yeah, and late in a close game like this, that would have been a good leadoff base runner to have, and he definitely hits this ball hard. It's just pretty much right at the glove.
Here's Joe Panik as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
And you start to wonder if anyone's going to get on base against him again. That's 10 straight now. He's retired.
Angel Pagan will step in, a ground out victim his last time. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. No runs on 6 hits and 1 error in the ball game for San Francisco. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Throw into second.
He's out.
The tag, and they'll
Got
get
him.
him at
That
second.
boy,
With that, the
run
side is
fucking
retired.
money.
Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. And now Boch is going to make his way home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. George Contos will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Chris Johnson will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Popped high in the air. Belt is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Marlins.
A couple of good pitching performances by both clubs here. 3-0 our score as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap through the first 7 and change. JT Realmuto digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Into the windup and the pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-1 on its way. Hard liner toward short, so he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
He's safe,
and
though.
he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Yeah, give him 3 hits now for the ball game. This one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I doubt he'll be complaining. I know I wouldn't be.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. This is blistered into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Pitcher number 33.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
James Shields will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe 2. This is a big-time chance.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. You get the next guy.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, you know, he's starting to look a little bit frustrated out there. He's looking for the right formula, but he hasn't been able to find it.
Hit hard on the ground to second.
Damn it.
Tomlinson comes up with it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. D. Gordon will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And Crawford will make the play, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Miami's out in front, 5-0. Kelby Tomlinson will start things off as they look to do something here to get on the scoreboard for the first time.
And they've seen some opportunities come and go. They do have 7 hits, so it's not like they haven't had base runners. They just haven't been able to bring those guys in.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A little bit outside. 2-1. To first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Denard Span is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Goes the other way as this is line to left. Ozuna is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
And this has been a real gem turned in so far. 7 2/3 scoreless innings for him. With his pitch count where it is, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be back for the 9th.
Hunter Pence will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Giants down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Greg Holland will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Into the box, Ichiro Suzuki. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Tomlinson is there.
Oh, wow.
On the first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Giancarlo Stanton now. As he'll pick
on the
damn
it, Stanton,
and
you
hit a
fucking
ground ball
suck.
towards second. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Holland's ready. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
That's right there.
And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
A pause and the 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Marlins 5 and the Giants
Last
nothing.
chance coming up for the Giants. Miami 5-0.
Buster Posey will be the one to start things off with his guys needing a 9th inning rally here if they're going to force a game 4.
Number 28.
And that misses ball 1.
And even though on the mound he's had his way with him, this is a dangerous customer, so don't get to thinking you're bulletproof out there.
Now a cut fastball finds the target, 2-1. Grounded to third. Bryant is up with it, and Posey's now 0 for 3 as he's retired here for the first out.
The first baseman, number 9.
Yeah, only 2 outs now stand between him and his shutout. And the way he's throwing the ball, doesn't look like he's going to have too much trouble getting it.
Brandon Belt comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this is something we'll see a lot with that cut fastball. Here it is again in show motion. When you hit a ball right below the label, You're going to get this 9 times out of 10.
Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike one. Swing and a liner, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
San Francisco, good night.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
San Francisco.
And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as it'll make for the 339 sign down there. And he is in the second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon. Matt Duffy will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this would be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field. A base hit. The throw home.
Oh,
wow. Not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
He's done.
Gregor Blanco will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. And now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And that's going to be all for James Shields. So he'll depart as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Mike Dunn will make an appearance here as he is in charge of trying to ring up the final out of the ball game. Gregor Blanco is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Paint right there.
That's
97
2.
miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Good night.
And a fly ball, and this should do it. And the Marlins are moving on. They're headed to the NLCS.
Well, that's a pretty good celebration going on down there on the field, but they know that they have a lot of work left to do, and they'll start thinking about it all over again here in a couple of days when they play in the NLCS.
And guys, the Marlins were led to victory here by the performance on the mound turned in by this gentleman right here, James Shields. What a performance he turned in. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate he couldn't get that final out in the 9th, but still, 8 2/3, good innings of work, and he was on his game here in this one.
For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Division Series on MLB The Show.
Here now is our